Alright guys, I know you guys have been waiting patiently for my next Halloween Horror Month review. I'm a little behind, but I'm going to try to catch up as quick as I possibly can here. Let's talk about The Collection. The Collection is the sequel to The Collector, which is the last movie that I reviewed for Halloween Horror Month a couple days ago. It's once again written by Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan, and once again directed by Marcus Dunstan, and starring Josh Stewart as Arkin, coming back, that's right. What's her name? Emma Fitzpatrick. She's in this movie. Christopher McDonald, that's right, Shooter McGavin, who eats pieces of shit for breakfast. He's in this movie. Yeah, so let's talk about The Collection. Basically, the plot of The Collection is, we pick up a little bit after the first one ended. Spoiler alert from the end of the first movie. Arkin is captured, and, he's put in the trunk or whatever for the Collector's collection. And this movie starts off, we meet Elena, who was played by Emma Fitzpatrick in the movie. Her and her friends are going to this party at this club or whatever, and everyone's dancing, having a good time. By the way, that music was really, really catchy. Yeah, every time I listen to that, I just want to fucking dance to it. But anyway, they're at this club, and the Collector is there, and he's killed everybody in the club. Elena's running away, and what do you know? She is captured, and Arkin escapes. Now, Arkin thinks he's going to live a happy, healthy life now, and he's got away from this fucking psychopath. But some guys are basically blackmailing him to go track down where the Collector is hiding, find Elena, and bring her home. And they're hired by Elena's father, played by Christopher McDonald in the movie. Now, once they get to the abandoned building that the Collector is hiding in, he's filled this whole entire building with booby traps. That's right. We're not sticking in a little claustrophobic house anymore. Like, if the house was too claustrophobic for you, we got this huge ass building they gotta go through, and it's filled of stories with booby traps. What I think of The Collection is I absolutely fucking love this movie. I think it's a superior film. As much as I love The Collector, and I really, really love it, I gave it an A for crying out loud. I think this is. I think this sequel is bigger and better in every way possible. The booby traps, like I said, there's stories of them. There's a lot more. They're more brutal. Yeah. Then we have more characters in this one than when we did in the first one. We have this whole group of guys who's going in with Arkin, and I'm not gonna remember all the guys' names. I apologize. But the main guy, like the leader of the group, he was awesome. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, and I apologize. But he was great. I loved him in this movie. Josh Stewart as Arkin, once again, I think he even got bigger. Well, he didn't get bigger, like fat or anything like that. He got better as an actor and as a character. Another great thing about this sequel is we're the second movie in to this horror, I guess you could call it, was it duology? Because there's only two of them. So, in the first movie, we knew nothing about the Collector. In this movie, it's the same thing. We still don't know anything about the Collector. Who is this guy? Where did he come from? Why is he doing what he's doing? And yeah, as I mentioned in my Collector review, that I liked how we don't know anything about this guy. It just makes him so much more terrifying. And he's not like scary, but he's dangerous. He's dangerous, and if I ever come across that guy, I'm running for my fucking life as possibly can. I'm gonna be like Arkin, and except for the getting captured part, I'm gonna try not to get captured anyway. But yeah, then we have Elena, who's played by Emma Fitzpatrick in this movie, and a lot of times, especially in these lower budget horror films, the lead actress most of the time, not every time, but most of the time, annoys the shit out of me. Emma Fitzpatrick is one of those exceptions. I actually really loved her character a lot. She was strong, she was tough, she was a trooper. I don't know if there was like any like behind the scenes stuff to where, she might have got hurt a little bit, because you can tell in this movie she's really going for it. And that's awesome. And she's a character that you want to root for. So in the first one we were pretty much just rooting for Arkin mainly. Some could argue that okay, we're also, rooting for the family, but they're not really, you know, there's really no hope for them. I'm sorry. But in this one, there is hope. There is hope for not only Arkin, but Elena and all the guys that have come in with them. And so, yeah, I really, really dug it. The Collector in this movie is not played by the same actor who played him in the first one. And while I do like the guy who played him in the first one, I like the guy who played him in this one. But I honestly, guys, because he wears the mask all the time, he never takes the mask off. You can't even tell. Like, the dude captured exactly who the first collector was. You know what I mean? Like, he was pretty much like, it felt like this was the same guy playing him. You come to find out, it's actually not. So, bravo to you, sir. Well done. Yeah, the blood in this movie. The blood is insane. There's so much blood. There's so much gore. There's so many traps. There's so much violence. And I eat all that shit up. I absolutely love the collection. Overall, guys, like I said, I think this is a superior film to the first Collector movie, and I love that movie. So, all in all, guys, I'm giving the collection an A+. That's right. High A+, actually. I really, really dig it. It's one of my favorite horror movies. I don't know if it makes the top 5 or the top 10. It might make the top 15, but I absolutely love it nonetheless. I'm really, really hoping that they are able to do a third one, which I know it's not going to happen anytime soon because they're currently working on Halloween Returns. So obviously it's not going to be coming anytime soon. Last time I talked to the director of this movie, Marcus Dunstan, I asked him about a third Collector movie. I'm like, what are the chances of a third Collector movie, the Collected? And he says, well, I mean, you never know. He's like, the chance is kind of slim to none right now, but hey, 10 years ago it would have been impossible. So I'm hoping a third one comes out eventually. I'll wait a couple more years to see what happens, because you never know. But the Collected needs to happen, especially with the way this movie ends. And I'm not going to spoil it, but I think this ending is even better than the ending in the first one. The ending in the first one is intense, and I love it, but yeah, the ending in this one, fucking great. I was sitting on the edge of my seat the whole time I saw this in the theater. So, high A+ for the collection. What do you guys think of the collection? Comment your thoughts down below, like the video, and subscribe. Just do it!